Hey guys, I am back again for another Jurassic World Legacy Collection review, finally. And also, finally! Okay, enough of me joking around, but seriously, I'm so happy I got this set. I finally got it now. It is the Jurassic World Legacy Collection Tyrannosaurus Rex Escape Pack, based on the iconic scene where REXY breaks out of her enclosure and attacks the Ford Explorer. And yeah, that's enough said. Awesome freaking figure set, and I just had to get this out the way. So without further ado, let's go ahead and take a close look at the package. So of course at the top left you got Jurassic World Legacy Collection. As usual, just the logo. Looks really freaking awesome. Down here you got the figures in a prototype image. Tyrannosaurus Rex Escape Pack in different languages at the bottom, alongside showing this beautiful background with REXY, the Ford Explorer, and Tim Murphy, which is kind of blurred out by a shadow because I'm borrowing a light over here. There we go, now you can see him. From the side here, you get this Camp Cretaceous looking aesthetic, or better yet, yeah, let's just go ahead and say this is the Camp Cretaceous aesthetic from 2020 to 2021, and the Camp Cretaceous, no, Legacy Collection logo, sorry. Other side is basically the same. At the top, you got the Jurassic World Legacy Collection logo again, and the same text up here. Flipping over to the back, you can see the prototype image enlarged, alongside demonstrations of what the vehicle can do, and night vision goggles that Tim Murphy comes with. And also we got the Apatosaurus down there, Jurassic World logo, and then the scan code thing. Well, at this point, I rarely even talk about that. Just taking a closer look at this, I actually really like the way this prototype image looks. I mean, it's essentially just a more enhanced version of the set, but I really like the way this looks. Oh, before I need to mention something. When I got this in the mail, the plastic window got broken by the mirror of the Ford Explorer. That's weird. Okay, without further ado, let's go ahead and get this set out the package now. Oh, I almost forgot. In the process of making this review, you want to know what I'm also going to do? I'm also going to take a look at this beauty, the Stomp and Escape Tyrannosaurus Rex, and I got this loose for a decent price off of eBay as well. I didn't get the capture gear because it didn't came with it, and that's unfortunate. But in this review of the Legacy Collection Tyrannosaurus Rex Escape set, I'm going to be reviewing this REXY alongside. So basically this is going to be a dual review, just like some videos I did in the past. So let's go ahead and get this out the way, and let's go ahead and take a look at this first. So here is the set out of the package. Already I am blown away by that Ford Explorer and how freaking good it is in person. I love the Tim Murphy figure, and of course this is my fifth. Wait, no, actually make that fourth. This is my fourth one, because the first one was obviously the older Extreme Chopping T-Rex version. I repainted it into the Tyrannosaurus you see in New Discovery's remake. And then I bought a replacement T-Rex, which is basically the same but a better tongue. And then I bought the green T-Rex, and this is basically my fourth. I'm not going to go too much in detail of the scope of this figure because I already looked over it like numerous times before. But I will say that it is still an amazing toy, still one of my favorite T-Rexes of the Mattel toy lineup, and I still love the detailing of the days. Definitely used the reissued version, and of course the tongue is lowered. So don't have to go over too much, except the paint job is basically based on the epic roaring Tyrannosaurus Rex from Camp Cretaceous. Really nice paint job, and the detail and articulation all the same as the previous, but the paint job is really freaking amazing. That's all I have to say about the T-Rex. Flipping over to the other side, you can see the same detail here. Nothing wrong here. Eyes on painted well. Moving the backdrop out of the way, you can see the Extreme Chopping T-Rex REXY version over here, right alongside my green T-Rex, the Buck. Supposedly the Buck, but it's just a green T-Rex. And then the original REXY from 2018, the reissue version, and then my other REXY from 2018, which was the original version, which is also now repainted into the monstrous, rampaging Tyrannosaurus Rex from the New Discovery remake. Yeah, it pretty much goes without saying that I basically really love the Extreme Chopping T-Rex, so now I got four. I mean, they all look great together. And yeah, there's it, T-Rex. But let's go over this one. Yeah, I'm gonna cut midway into this review by going ahead and taking a look at this particular Tyrannosaurus Rex, because this is a new sculpt, even though it is kind of reused from the epic roaring T-Rex. But as you can see, this head sculpt is packed with detail. Just look at that. The detailing on this is amazing. And also you can see that the teeth on here are separately applied instead of like sculpted entirely on the mouth and all that. And oh my god, look at that detail. You can just feel everything. It's so freaking cool. And not to mention, this is literally my best REXY I've ever gotten. And I will be comparing the other ones I've had. So yeah, I'm getting close to that. But I just want to admire how awesome this Rex is. This is just really freaking amazing. The paint job everywhere about it is nice. And I know this is a used condition, but it's kept in pretty much okay and decent condition. It's not too messed up. Everything looks completely fine. And yeah, that's all I have to say right there. And I also like the scratch details as usual, as REXY has. The paint job, best REXY paint job we've seen so far, and it's also applied onto the extreme damage Tyrannosaurus Rex. And we're going down here, we can see the detailing continues. It's all packed with detail. How much they freaking improved on these T-Rex sculpts. It keeps getting much better. And you can see they got these articulated joints over here, but these are all spring loaded for the action feature, which I have no idea if I can perfect completely on this video with one hand, but still, you can see the fingers have been painted, the fingernails have been painted, and then you can see detailing over here. This is also, okay, lighting. This is also much more detailed than the extreme chopping T-Rex. If you take a look at how the feet are sculpted here, it's a lot more soft on the extreme chopping, but this, look at that. They basically just improved on that one. Of course, detailing is continuing on the same side, looking very great. Over here, also, the way the lighting looks makes this thing look scarier. I really love this toy. It is so cool. And it definitely does have some very cool action features, so we'll go over those. Lifting this button over here, push this up, and it will do this. And yes, I also replaced the batteries. As soon as I got it, it was definitely corroding. But I replaced the batteries, so you should be able to hear her roar nicely. So basically, that's 3 roars that she utters out by pushing that button with this obvious seam line over here to, you know, lift her up and roar. And it looks really amazing. Also, I've got detailing inside here. They still got detailing inside the tongue, if you can focus. There we go. You can still see the detail. It is a little softer than the previous releases, but you can still see the texture still applied. It's just a little bit more softer. Also, I won't forget to mention that the other action features, when you twist this tail in different directions, this happens. It's a stomping action feature. It just walks. A walking action feature. It's definitely a pretty cool feature as well, and it makes that sound effect as well, but it's not caused by the feet. It's caused by the tail when you bring the tail down or different direction. But you get the deal. Also, it is kind of funny because, okay, hold on a second. I can't help myself. I honestly wish I had the capture gear, but I would have probably spent a lot more money on this thing. But even though it's still worth all the money, but I do wish I had the capture gear. It would have been really freaking awesome. But at the same time, it's still great to own this Rex, and it's just really a pleasure. It's a beautiful Rex, and I really love this toy. Now, if it's any other big T-Rex I still have in my dang collection, actually not anymore. I still gave it to my little brother, the Bite and Fight Tyrannosaurus Rex. This dang thing is still one of my favorite toys, but I had to give it up because the action feature definitely broke. But also, not to mention, I had to give it to my little brother because not only to save up money, but I had to replace it anyway. But then again, it was still one of my favorite toys. It's still a really cool toy, but I can't help it. This Rex just wins. That detailing packed in it and the head sculpt, just literally, and the separated teeth, everything about it is a lot better. So that's basically it for this dino over here. It's a beautiful figure. So now let's go back to the Ford Explorer and Tim Murphy. Alrighty, so now we're on the Ford Explorer and Tim Murphy. But before we get to the Ford, we'll get to Murphy. So here is a close-up look at Joseph Mazzella's likeness as Tim Murphy when he was younger, and on point as usual. It's a really great likeness, and not to mention, like the little blush he has. It's just so dang cute, literally. And not to mention, it's just a really detailed figure as usual for every Mattel human figure that they come out with. And not to mention, he is film accurate. And that's another thing I like about this figure, is that he is basically a film accurate Tim Murphy. And that is great. And he also comes with the night vision goggles, which is actually pretty rubbery in a certain degree, but it's also painted just with 2 colors, yellow and green. And it can fit in his head pretty dang well if I can give it a try. Yep, fits in his head pretty dang perfectly. Looks pretty great with it. And I know this is going to sound a little unfair, but I definitely like this figure a lot more than the Kenner version. And I know Kenner made a better version in 1994 in the Series 2 lineup with a better likeness to Joseph Mazzello, but the first one they made was basically, obviously, very inaccurate. He looks mostly like a 90s teenager. But, yeah, like I said, it's like I definitely like this one more, and it's a really freaking great addition to the lineup of Legacy Collection figures, and hopefully we'll be getting Lex soon. Well, Lex and Gennaro, we all know that we're wanting those figures. And this is basically my collection of Legacy figures so far from the first movie. And slowly building up. All we need is Lex and Gennaro, and I probably might have to get Dennis Nedry someday. Still gonna have to do that someday anyway. Or I might not, who knows, because let's just be real, every time I always say I was gonna get something, I never get it, or I miss out on it. But then again, you'll never know, I'll probably get it someday, let's just be real. I like collecting figures, especially Jurassic figures, it's always fun to collect. And next week, I'm gonna tease that I got another Jurassic Park character, but it isn't Dennis Nedry. Now let's take a look at the Ford Explorer, the long-awaited Ford Explorer. I'm finally happy, and not to mention I'm really excited to take a look at this. Taking a look at the front, and just seriously look at this dang thing. It is so beautiful, and it's really freaking film accurate, really fun to take a look at this. And not to mention it's so iconic, the colors, literally the shape, and also its action feature where you press this window down, it can do that. Jurassic Park logo is definitely separated, but that's a good thing because the doors open. If I can open this one, there we go. Doors open. That's one of the reasons why this vehicle is so well beloved in this toy line, because it's one of the few that can actually have opening doors, and that's really amazing. Because otherwise, they probably just, have the whole roof be a removable piece. But again, the Jurassic Park logo looks really freaking nice on here. It is separated because of the separate doors. And then as you go on the side, you get the number 4. And, oh yeah, by the way, the wheel detail, like this movie accurate color, everything about it. It just looks really freaking good. Then let me flip over to the back. Let me get a closer look at it. And we got this detailing of the back, and it looks really freaking good. You got the Explorer logo down there, and the Ford logo, which is very tiny over there. If I can try to zoom into it. There we go. You can see it right there. And then the license plate, Jurassic Park number 4. Also clear windows, transparent windows, made out of plastic, I'm assuming, but it's really freaking nice. And you got that Ford logo again. Jurassic Park, literally just, I'm really loving this. There was an imperfection in the sticker, but I managed to press it down, but that's just fine. And of course the door is still open on this other side here as well. Let's go take a look at the interior. Definitely loving how they made the interior. It looks so freaking cool. I mean, it's not super detailed, but it's really freaking cool looking. Going at the back. See how it looks at the back. Got the seats back here, and it looks really detailed. I also like how they implemented detail on here on this, the doors right here. Pretty much nothing special at the back, but it is detailed with something in the back. And of course, well, it's just really nothing there. Close the doors. Literally, just looking at this vehicle, I'm so happy about this. And the Ford Explorer is literally one of my favorite vehicles in the Jurassic Park lineup. Or just literally in the Jurassic franchise, one of my favorite vehicles. I love the colors, I just love it. It's so cool. And not to mention, it's just, this version in particular is incredibly detailed with the movie accuracy. I mean, it's not like 100%, but I say incredibly as an exaggeration because I really love this toy. And it can definitely fit the figures in pretty dang nicely. This is what I have them set up in. Just a little close-up of Ian Malcolm trying to flirt with Ellie, while Dr. Grant is over here just, well, he's just sitting there, getting totally aggravated. Also, I want to demonstrate this window action feature with this T-Rex over here. And that spring is really freaking durable as far as I'm concerned. Also, since I now have the Ford Explorer, let me go ahead and get this guy out, which is the Jeep 18. And yeah, both of these look real good together. They fit within the scaling. I mean, this thing could have been obviously a lot bigger, but both of them fit really dang good together regardless of their size. Actually, I'm surprised that the Ford Explorer is a lot smaller, or just a bit smaller than the Jeep. It's just that the Jeep is obviously a bit bigger, but then again, I have no complaints. As far as that, we got the vehicles, they all look good together, and of course this one's got more detailing in the wheels and everything else. It's a lot more detailed in a few areas compared to the Dennis Nedry version, which I probably might get in the future. But yeah, that's basically it for the comparison of those two vehicles. Alright, so my final thoughts. I'm about to get to my closing thoughts now. The Extreme Shopping T-Rex with the Ford Explorer and Tim Murphy. Full on freaking perfect set. Yes, the Rex is obviously repainted from before, but that doesn't really matter. All that matters is that it's another good T-Rex toy. And that Ford Explorer and Tim Murphy are the best additions to the toy line. Not to mention that awesome backdrop. And the Stomp and Escape Tyrannosaurus Rex over there is a wonderful rendition of REXY. I definitely like this because they seem to keep getting better and better with these T-Rex sculpts all the time. So basically, I do recommend all of these. And yes, of course, I have this posed up like this just to bloat this review a little bit more. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Tune in next week for another Jurassic World Legacy Collection review that is coming up pretty dang soon, and it's going to be another good one. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll be seeing you guys later.